Hey guys, welcome to another episode of We Drive. There's the community that talks only automotive and motorcycles. All right, those are what we're going to talk about. I know it's a Hyundai Creta and a Renault Duster, so nevertheless, you're going to be in for a surprise because these aren't your daily drivers. These are the modded versions, things that will definitely tingle your senses. We'll start with the Hyundai Creta here, which runs a 1.6 litre 4-cylinder diesel engine that pumps out 127 horsepower and 265 Nm of torque. The owner here has tastefully done up his car, starting with the 18-inch wheels, which also runs on SSS lowering springs. This, as far as we've seen, has not had a major effect on the ground clearance. The car had come with a fair amount of body roll, but in this form, with the lowering springs and the 18-inch wheels, it's handling pretty good. Apart from that, it also has a BMCDI air intake system. It's also running a remap from Wolf, which has taken the existing 227 horsepower all the way to 160 and the torque from 265 all the way to 310. The owner has also managed to put in the Brembo brake pads, which definitely has to suffice to the incremented power. And let's see how this thing goes around the road, and should be a good handler. Okay. The body roll has been eliminated to a great extent. This is a car I feel today I can throw around. Yes, the suspension is on the firmer side because it's lower. Yeah, the turn-ins are good. The brakes have made a vast improvement over what comes in stock. Yeah, fairly decent amount of turning radius, aided by the better tires that he's wrapped the wheels in. 310 Nm of torque. Overall, pretty decent, pretty good. The owner's done up a pretty good spec'd up job out here. He's managed the drivability as well as the practicality of having 18-inch wheels. It's combined pretty well. The remap, no doubt about it, makes a huge difference to the car. The drivability is improved, the torque's kicking in early. It's nothing like the stock vehicle. I mean, you got to get one of these done up yourself if you have a Creta, and then it's very perspective of your, it's subjective to your perspectives. So yeah, go with that. With that, we'll move on from the Creta to the Renault Duster. Now, everyone knows that this has been a workhorse in the Indian automotive industry for quite some time. This has a suspension setup that I don't believe any other compact SUV has come even close to. It's been so comfortable, especially if you're very doubtful, but if you're a backseat driver on a Duster, you're taken care of. You're pampered, quite honestly. This particular example over here, the owner's modified it in such a way, again, tastefully, no doubt, it's to his taste, with 17-inch alloys. He's running SSS lowering suspensions and Brembo brake pads. So again, modded in such a way that power is under control. The figures of 105 horsepower, 245 Nm of torque should rightfully, if you're going to remap it, it's going to take you somewhere to the figure of around 130 horsepower to around 300 Nm of torque. Yeah, given that the Duster is a very capable car, it should be nothing to be worried about as far as handling or performance goes. The lowering springs on this from SSS, phenomenal, and it's made a tremendous change on the driving, the drivability, the handling. It gives you a totally new feel about the car. Duster was actually known for its handling. It had a fantastic setup and suspension. Okay, now I can say for sure that the suspension is doing its job over time. It's doing its job over time. And I'm pretty impressed. The 17-inch rubber, the wheels, the rubber, it's doing its job in coordination with the springs. Now we're all about handling wheels. Yes, there is a little bit of tire noise that's emitting inside the cabin. Maybe just because of the tires is used. But apart from that, I don't see a drawback anywhere. I just took an S turns in front of two other cars with just 2 fingers of mine, and I didn't even have to strain myself. This is all a car you will ever need in India, the Duster. Can carry 5 people comfortably, a lot of luggage. Fairly easy to maintain, not very expensive. It's pretty comfortable. That's about it, and let's see what the owner comes up with a little later. He did mention that he's got a few plans for this car. I don't know what all he's planned for, but we'll keep you posted on that in the next few editions of We Drive. See you later. Take care and drive safe.